Welcome to our basic user guide for the MAC600 ECG machine using the cable transfer method. The MAC600 is a portable ECG device with its own battery and stores ECGs on a memory card. This guide will run through the process to record and store an ECG. Then upload the results into the patient notes using our intelligent integration interface. Start by connecting the ECG electrodes to the patient. Then insert the patient leads into the ECG machine. The connector is designed to fit only one way. Note the angled upper corners that help guide correct orientation. As shown here, ensure the cable is fully inserted or the ECG trace could be affected. Power on the device with the button shown here. Next, we need to add patient information to the device. Press the F1 button below the display. Enter the patient's ID. This can be the NHS number or patient ID if your clinical system uses one. Use the round arrow pad and the circle in the center to select. Press the middle button after the ID to move to the next box. Continue and add in the date of birth and gender. Once you have the details entered, select Return at the bottom of the window. Now you will see the ECG trace appear in real time on the screen. The patient ID entered will be shown on the display above the ECG traces. The ECG trace has labels showing which leads you are looking at. In the top right, you can also see the patient's heart rate. Next to this is a battery level indicator for your device. Sensitivity and speed can be adjusted from the defaults with the F2 and F3 buttons. Here we have the lead display button, which lets you cycle through various views on the screen. For example, chest leads only is shown here. The default 12-lead view is recommended to ensure you can see all the leads from the patient. In the top right, you can also see the quality indicator. This works with a traffic light style system. Green shows a good quality trace. Orange indicates that there is a poor connection to the patient. This is likely to result in a poor quality ECG result. An orange warning light will also give a message on the screen. This will attempt to point you in the direction of the issue. A red light indicates that one or more leads have a very poor connection or have become disconnected. Again, a message will attempt to identify where the issue is. If no single lead is shown, please review the connection on all electrodes, starting with the limb leads. Allow the ECG to run until you are happy that the trace has settled and is a good quality. Press the green button to acquire the ECG. The device will either process the last 10 seconds or wait until it has captured enough trace. After recording has completed, you can see the interpretation by pressing the F2 button. The F4 button allows you to start over if you are unhappy with the captured ECG. If you are happy with the ECG, press F3 to store the recording and move on. This step is important as it is how you save the ECG. A message will briefly display to advise it is being stored. Pressing F1, Continue, will print a copy of the ECG from the internal printer. This is an optional step if needed. The ECG is already saved on the memory card. You can now disconnect the patient. Power off the MAC600 by pressing the power button for around 5 seconds. The ECG can be transmitted now or later. This is useful if you have a number of ECGs to record and wish to send them all at once at the end of the clinic. Connect the transfer cable to the socket in the back of the ECG machine. Connect the other end to your PC if it isn't already connected. Ideally use the same port on your PC each time to avoid problems. If supplied, ensure you also have the USB license key in your PC. This is commonly referred to as the dongle. On your PC, with the cable connected, open the clinical system so our software can access patient records. Open the i3 software. This prepares your computer for receiving the ECGs. Power on the ECG machine again. This time press the F4 button for more and then the F3 button to open the file manager. ECGs can be selected individually using the cursor pad. Selected ECGs will highlight gray. However, pressing F2 will select all ECGs to save you having to select them individually. Press F3 to transmit the selected ECGs. Your PC will have been configured to automatically receive these and convert them to PDF reports. Once transmitted, they are deleted from the ECG machine to avoid duplication. After transmission has finished, you can simply power off the ECG machine again and disconnect the download cable. Back on your PC, in the integration software, press the Start button. Choose the ECG module. If prompted with options to select your ECG device, choose MAC PDF filer. Our software will now read the stored PDF reports on the SD card. If you have a large number of ECGs to save, this may take a moment or two. You will then be shown a list of results on the memory card. The i3 software will attempt to match the ID provided to a patient. If a match is found, their name will be shown. It will be ticked automatically for filing to the clinical system. There are options here to view the ECG report and to add comments to the notes when filing if needed. If an ECG isn't matched to a patient, you can click Search and manually match the records. When you are happy with the details above, click Send to save the results to the patient records. This will remove the PDF from the SD card. After a moment, you will get a confirmation message. The software can be closed by clicking OK. The ECG results will now be available in the clinical system. This completes the MAC600 basic tutorial. Please visit support.newmed.co.uk for more information if needed.